Hey, hi everyone. My name is Jerry Wise, and I'd like to talk about normal things that narcissistic parents will forbid you from doing. And I want you to watch to the end of the video. I want to share some tips for you that might be of help in changing these dynamics for yourself. I've been working with families, couples, individuals for 45 years, helping them to self-differentiate and to learn to deal with their family systems in a different way. And today I want to talk about these things that they will not want you to do and will even forbid you to do. First of all is self-differentiation. Not everyone's heard of self-differentiation. I think many have. I talk about self-differentiation all the time because I think it's so important for recovery, healing, and becoming a true self and detaching from the dysfunctional narcissistic family that has so invaded everything about me, emotions, mental, physical, beliefs, all those things in which we are connected to the family Wi-Fi. So self-differentiation is really about becoming and owning your true self while not taking in or absorbing the toxicity or problems of others. And that's kind of one definition of self-differentiation. And those two concepts are important. If you do that with a narcissistic parent, they would be furious because the whole game is based on you absorbing the narcissistic nonsense, the way they interact, the way they talk, what they believe, what they think is true, that you're absorbing that, and also their feelings and thoughts as well, and that it's normal for them to operate on the notion that you didn't have a self, don't have a self, and won't have a self. If you ever start to have one, now we have problems. And big problems. So that no narcissistic parent is going to tell their child or adult child, you cannot self-differentiate. I understand they're not going to say those words, but they're going to challenge everything that goes into self-differentiation, is my point. Number two, they are going to forbid you from having inner boundaries. Whenever I talk about inner boundaries, think of detachment, emotional detachment. Detachment doesn't mean I'm cold and distant and don't care. Detachment is I'm not dealing with your feelings, thoughts, and issues inside me. I'm with you while you're dealing with them, but I'm not going to absorb them. I'm going to observe them. And so detachment is very important for these inner boundaries. So detachment, neutrality, not being affected. And of course, the worst thing you can do with a narcissist or a narcissistic parent is to not be affected. That is total, that's the plague to them. They would consider that horrible because it also demonstrates you cannot be controlled. You cannot be bullied. You cannot be, if you are not affected. If I'm looking at them very strangely and going, I have no idea what they're talking about. This is so nutty. Well, I think I better go. They will oftentimes can even get enraged, as you know. Because if you are affectable, then they want to engage with you. If you're non-affectable and not affected, they will be upset, angry, and rejecting, and will punish you so that you'll change back to the old way. Number three, they will forbid you to stay healthy in your relationship with them. You cannot stay healthy in a relationship with them. The struggle that they have and the personality disorder that they have does not allow them to give you room to be healthy in a relationship with them. They will be, like, for example, expecting them to be mature adults and you acting and feeling like a mature adult. That's not what they're going to tolerate, because they don't see mature adult the same way you do. And really, that they do believe they are mature adults. They just have it defined so differently than what you would have in a healthy way, because they think they're being a mature adult. I own you. I'm your parent. I'm giving you advice that you must take, and that everything must shine and reflect on me in a positive way. See, I'm being a mature, caring parent. That's nonsense. That's not a mature, caring parent. But that's how they view it. So if you come and expect them to be a mature parent or a mature adult, and that you're a mature adult, they will forbid that in many ways and will challenge you on that. Fourthly, to love yourself for who you really are. I know you already know what they're going to say about that. You're selfish, self-centered. You're not Christian. You're putting yourself above God. Anything that would be more self in a healthy way is viewed by them in a toxic way. And as I've mentioned, that in narcissistic families, what is healthy feels wrong. What is unhealthy feels right. Toxic is correct. Healthy is not correct in narcissistic families. And I call that the malignant normalcy. And so we will be forbidden to love ourselves for who we truly are. Fifthly, to be non-reactive. They will forbid you from being non-reactive, because non-reactive means, as I mentioned before, you're not being affected, and you're not giving them all of this emotional upset that's going on inside you, which they're going to use against you to keep the dysfunctional pattern going. You're not going to be giving that, because we're not going to be reactive. We're not going to be angry, upset, saying crazy things, which then they'll only blame you for later. And so if we are non-affected, it raises their sense of shame, and they feel not worthy of being related to. If I can't affect you or make you upset or make you starry-eyed because of my charmingness, or make you fear me because of my bullying, then I don't feel worthy to be reacted. I don't feel worthy as a person, the narcissist would feel. And they don't feel worthy of being reacted to. And that's somehow their worth. And again, that's where we come in with supply. That supplies them with worth. And when we talk about narcissistic supply. For them, also, non-reactivity, not being affected, being calm, being mature, feels attacking to them. It feels offensive to them. And you mean by that they don't matter. That's how they interpret that. Just go and try it sometime and see if these things aren't true. So what can we do? What are some steps for self-differentiation? I talk about all of these steps that I do in these videos in greater detail in my online program, The Road to Self, which is mentioned down below. One step is expect resistance. You can't change yourself without having resistance from others, because you fit into all the emotional systems puzzles that everybody has and how you're supposed to fit in. And you start changing that, and then you're causing them to be off balance. They may not thank you for that. We have to become and let go of that worry that we have, and go, but this is who I am, what I need, what I want. I'm sorry that that's upsetting to you. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong to you. But they will accuse you of doing something to them that's bad. Second, if tolerance and cordiality doesn't increase with the narcissistic parent, and you've been working on being more self-differentiated, having inner boundaries, staying healthier in a relationship, loving who you really are, being non-reactive, if their cordiality and tolerance doesn't go up, I'm not going to say it's going to cure their illness, but if it doesn't go up, then we have to start talking about either no contact, very low contact, and all the things that go along with limiting our information to them, etc. Because there are many times I know narcissists, if you don't react, they will. And many times will react because that will keep them from reacting more. But if you don't react, they're going to get more reactive. That's the paradox of that. Number 3, work towards self-differentiation. Being, feeling, reacting maturely while not absorbing their toxicity, their inner dialogue, their beliefs, their sad feelings, anger feelings, whatever feelings they have, and not absorbing those. So we want to work towards self-differentiation. And then fourthly, we want to de-enmesh. And again, reminding ourselves over and over, they are not me and I am not them. They are not me and I am not them. Because we grew up believing we are the same, we are the same. At least on the emotional process level, the emotional subjective level within us. We've come to accept that through the family's Wi-Fi. And so, those are some tips that might be of help to you. Please join the program. I hope you'll subscribe, comment. I do read the comments on the videos, and like this video. Thank you again for joining me today. Have a great day and be wise.